I was seeing you hit the pads. I'm like, this isn't just working out. There was something going on, man. When you were working out with Cordero and you were ripping to the body and throwing those hooks, I was like, this is a man who's preparing to go to combat. This is not normal getting ready to work out shit. That's why when I saw that video, I was like, oh.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you sure? Yeah. With me, it's all right? Yes. Let's do this.
You did great.
We're done.
We're gonna do it.
You sure? Yes.
Yeah.
Trust me. I got a lot in.
I was seeing you hit the pads. I'm like, this isn't just working out. There was something going on, man. When you were working out with Cardo and you ripping to the body and throwing those hooks, I was like, this is a man who's preparing to go to combat. This is not normal getting ready to work out. __. That's why when I saw that video I was like, oh, me tell you something, Mike Tyson has added Evander Holyfield to his gym ahead of his fight with Jake Paul in some days. Music, while this brings back old memories, many see it as the final piece to Tyson's preparation. Holyfield was the only fighter to defeat Mike Tyson twice, so sparring with Evander Holyfield will mean sparring with the intent of working on the weaknesses that were exploited during his prime years. Sure, absolutely, you sure right, let's do this. You did great with done, great idea, you sure, yes, __. I got a lot in me with this. Jake Paul would be facing a watertight defense where he'd have serious issues connecting any of his punches. One person who even better assessed Mike Tyson's training sessions and gave a perfect analysis of how the training sessions could impact the match was Joe Rogan. Walked in today, I was like, God damn, you look good, dude, like your muscles look good, you look like you're vascular, you look fit, and that's though it could be argued that Joe Rogan tended towards Mike Tyson, his analysis was no different from the analysis of countless professionals who have given Tyson a benefit of doubt after chancing upon videos of his training sessions. While he had a big question to ask from Jake Paul as to why he chose to fight the monstrous Tyson, he spoke about Tyson's unbelievable magnificence in the boxing ring and believed he was still as potent. He approached the 31-year difference between the pair like it was nothing and boasted about Tyson's training intensity like a trainer would do to his trainee. The kid can fight 100%. The Tommy Fury fight really showed that. Goes to a split decision against a legit undefeated boxer. No, why, I don't care if he's 55, that's still Mike Tyson. Mike's in good shape. Mike trains every day. He trains with Rafael Cordo, who's a legend in MMA. He runs King's Mixed Martial Arts. Rogan had nothing but praises for Mike Tyson as well as his trainer Rafael Cordo, who he referred to as a MMA legend and renowned trainer. And Rafael is a world-renowned trainer. When you see him holding the mitts for Tyson and Tyson smashing the mitts like Jesus, that guy can still knock you out. 55, that's still Mick. Mike's in good shape too. Oh my god, Mike trains every day. He trains with Hale Cordo, who's a legend in MMA. He runs King's Mixed Martial Arts, and Hale is a world-renowned trainer. When you see him holding the mids for Tyson and Tyson smashing the M like Jesus. Yeah, talking to Mike Tyson just after he saw the sparring footage with Rafael Cordo, Joe Rogan told him, but that's what I was seeing when I saw you hit the pads. I'm like, this isn't just working out. There was something going on, man. When you were working out with Cordo and you were ripping to the body and throwing those hooks, I was like, this is a man who was preparing to go into combat. This is not normal getting ready to work out stuff. That's why when I saw that video I was like, oh, he also referenced Mike Tyson's last fight 4 years ago against Roy Jones Jr. He stated that the technology for recovery used by Mike and his team were sublime, and these technological tools would likely be at his disposal once again. That guy can still __. You up, he don't want to fight more in this world with hormone replacement and vitamins and and he does all this like with the additional impact of technology. Rogan tipped Mike for a routine victory in this world with hormone replacement and vitamins and healing, and he does all this like electrical muscular stimulation recovery stuff. When they were training Mike for that Roy Jones fight, they produced state-of-the-art science. Like, I don't care if he's 55 years old, that guy will hurt you. Funnily, Rogan held Mike Tyson in so much high regard that he felt Jake Paul might get starstruck when he sees him in the ring and really wakes to the reality that he's taking on Mike Tyson. If you think he's 55 years old, that guy will hurt you. If Jake Paul's on the other side of the ring and he sees Mike Tyson just bob it and weave it, he's going to have a if Jake Paul's on the other side of the ring and he sees Mike Tyson just bobbing and weaving it, he's going to have a recognition. Yeah, he's going to look over and God, that's really Mike Tyson. Joe Rogan then went ahead to show the footage appreciating Tyson for his speed and power at such an old age. Rogan also looked back at Mike Tyson's match against Roy Jones Jr., sharing his sentiment that he felt an agreement held Tyson back from hitting Jones in the face. Evidently most of Tyson's punches except a few were aimed at Jones's body, a recognition he's going to look over and go, oh my god, that's really Mike Tyson. Yeah, like look at this. Oh yeah, dude, I'm talking you make it still at 55. Look at this, dude, I'm talking you make he's still at 55. At 55 the power is the last thing to go, but the speed is still there. I don't know what he did with Roy Jones Jr., but in my mind it looked like they made some sort of agreement that Mike wasn't going to punch him in the face, because like most of the hits that he hit him with, unless it was a jab or something like that, Was to the body. Yeah, Mike Tyson stepped onto the spotlighted stage and weighed in at 220 pounds, ripping off his shirt to reveal a muscle torso that could easily belong to an athlete of half his 54 years back then. At 55, the power is the last thing to go, but the thing is the speed is still there. Yeah, the former heavyweight champion moved into a COVID protective glass box and went nose to nose with Roy Jones Jr., who was once the most talented fighter in the world. Jones's 210 pounds frame was slightly less toned but still clearly in better condition than most of his fellow 51-year-olds. These two boxing greats are older and calmer men now, but they're returning to the ring Saturday night intending to recapture a moment of their brilliant past. In at 22 pounds in his career of 56 fights, he has 50 victories, including 4-4 knockout. Overwhelmingly, they've both worked very hard to make sure they won't be embarrassed in this extraordinary boxing exhibition. This is the fun part. Everything else to get here was hell, said Tyson, who was fighting for the first time in 15 years. Their fight at Staples Center was an 8-round sparring session of sorts. It had 2-minute rounds, no official judging, and limited violence, although the limit depends on whether one was asking the California State Athletic Commission or the Fight ERS, who both intend to let their hands go. A 2-minute round sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Are you ready, Bell? In round 1, Ray Corona with a well, maybe I don't know how to go easy. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want the commission mad at me, Tyson said. But for Tyson and Jones, this unique pay-per-view show was less of a sporting event and more of a chance for two transcendent athletes to prove age was only just a number, and aging is a choice. I don't look at life as age, I look at life as energy. You don't bring your age to the table, you bring your energy to the table. You don't go meet people, hey I'm Bob, I'm 59. You don't do that, Mike Tyson continued. Just 2-minute rounds. Mike Tyson coming forward. Look at my uncle, look at left fighting in the backyard during their face-off. Mike Tyson still seemed surprised by the wave of events that carried him back to the ring. He admitted the younger Tyson never would have believed he would be a middle-aged husband and father who needed to lose 100 pounds 2 years ago because that headstrong kid from Brooklyn had never thought that far ahead. I didn't even think I would live this long. I was just so intense and just took myself so serious, he said. Tyson got back into shape at the urging of his wife, who got him to start doing 15 minutes a day on the treadmill, trying to turn this into a wrestling match. Look at Roy got technique, boy. Rogan, he better be careful. He's doing the right thing, but he needs to get out of there. Yeah, cause he going to make Mike mad. The 15 minutes turned into 2 hours and then expanded to biking, running, and eventually punching, along with the adoption of a vegan diet. Never eat anything, just starve and exercise, he said with a huge laugh. The momentum started when he posted a video of a training session on social media early in the coronavirus pandemic, and his crisp, powerful punches led to millions of impressions and a subsequent stream of increasingly lucrative comeback offers, along with a chance to raise money for charities. This is a part of my life that I had pretty much thrown away. My last fight, I didn't have any interest in doing it. I'm interested in doing it now, he said. Definitely, I'm loving it so far. They're very competitive. Good fight so far. We still have a few rounds left. Faded and do it. Tyson was referring to his loss to journeyman Kevin McBride in 2005 when he finally wrapped up his singular career in ugly fashion. He became the heavyweight champion at 20 and reigned over the division for 5 years, but his epic downfall soured him on the sport. Mike Tyson also added, I want to do it now. Most of the time I was obligated to do it from a contract perspective. If you don't do this, we'll take everything you have and you'll be back in Brownsville. They were blackmailing me. It's a different perspective now, and what he keeps doing to get away with it, he'll tie one hand, punch with the other, then swap around and tie with the other hand, keep punching, see, but only a bit. While Tyson became an international icon for his brutish, dangerous image and numerous misbehaviors, Jones